Yes, it is. I'm the host of the Roast Wayne, and this is the man not in the pits with the tits.
Nope. Harsh.
Where is
he?
He's on location somewhere glamorous, as always. The man's just all over the show. That's all over the show.
On the Heine
on the
Pops
Heineken.
tonight.
Wow, that's a bit of a classic, isn't it, a Heineken?
It will be coming out of a cooled mug, just for just to because it's starting to get warm here.
Take the edge off. It's warm there, isn't it? Look at it.
Yeah.
There's clouds, so a bit cloudy.
Ah, well, it'll blow through.
Wow, what are you gonna do? So, what do we do? What do we think about the race in Spain? What do we think? Just general thoughts.
I thought it was quite a good race. It was quite exciting. There was quite a lot of overtake. It was quite a bit of a mix-up. It was
There was a mix-up.
Yep.
There was a little bit of change of the guard. Would you think there's a change of the guard? I think so.
Well, they say if you do well at Barcelona, you'll do well most tracks. So I think it was a bit of a let's see who's actually doing well and who's just pulled out of the bag for that track. Yeah.
Well, let's make a start. What are we going for? We're going for good race, bad race.
Steering wheel, somebody tell him to give it to me. Come on, move.
Let's get the results up there. Let's go through these people one at a time. Spanish. You'd think I'd be ready.
You'd think by now you'd know what we're doing.
Come on. Results. Let's have a look. Right. So, what's going on here? Come on. Don't mess with me. This is what happens when you have a computer that's over 10 years old. It's been a stalwart though. Buy a Mac. Always get a Mac. They last longer. Anyway, right. Where are we? Right, okay. Should we start from the back? Back of the grid here. Logan Sargent.
Back of the grid from a finishing point of view, or just in general driver schedule, so we can be on the same page.
Back of the grid from the race. We'll start from the back. Give our evaluation of each. See, we've got some kind of structure going on here. Logan Sargent. Right. Logan Sargent.
Well, can we just talk overall? No yellow flags. Everyone finished.
That is a big thing. Everyone finishing. If you went back 10 years, the average would be, at least 5 cars.
For everyone to survive. Let's be honest. And is this a good thing for the sport? Or do we all secretly tune in for the breakdowns and the fires and the cars?
We tune in for the crashes. Everybody I talk about who's not a real big F1 fan, they don't crash. It's like last year, everybody knew about that crash at the British Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Everyone knew about it. Was that Tsunoda or?
It was Zhou.
It was Zhou going. Oh, that's terrible.
Zhou Guan Yu.
Yeah, Zhou Guan Yu. Everybody knew about it, and Logan Sargent.
Yeah. So Williams. I mean, Albon was 16th.
Yeah, so there's still not a big gap between them.
No.
And if it's not representative, is it? As Williams have better qualifying than race, don't they?
Yeah. They've got good straight line speed and good quality speed.
Yeah. So Logan's...
there's a bit of a change in the guard there as well. James Vowles, has just Valtteri, it's James, has just he's not been there for long. He's still getting to grips with it. He's finding out what's going on. But Sargent should be closer to Albon.
Yeah. But the experience, Albon's not an old timer, but he's been in a few cars now. He was once a Red Bull boy, so he's got a little bit more experience. But come on, Logan, it's a dangerous time. Your first or second season is a dangerous time, isn't it? Either
Yeah.
you're in or you're out. And Logan Sargent, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
not quite Nick De Vries, but
he was half a second behind Albon on the grid.
that's not bad. Well, what was the spread like? What was the spread? What was that like?
Spread was Verstappen 112.27.
Yeah, we were way off on our predictions on that, weren't we? Losing that corner.
I definitely was. 112. So 10 places to 112.816. So the same sort of gap between first and 10th as there was between 18th and 20th. In the middle of that was Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, well, we can get onto that.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute.
Yeah. Valtteri Bottas, a bit of a shocker for him. And
Yeah.
it's the car. If it's Valtteri Bottas, you can safely say it's the car. You must be able to. Although, where did his teammate finish?
Yeah, Joe was 9th. So how's that the car? You know?
I reckon he had an issue with the car. Yeah, I'm telling you, Valtteri Bottas he's too much of an old timer now, Bottas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way it's him. I can't see it. This is a race winner.
I think Alfa Romeo are in one of those positions.
Then again, so was Ricciardo.
I think Alfa Romeo are one of those teams that they don't have enough. They're not a big enough, good enough team to resolve problems quickly. So I think Bottas might be having a problem with his car. They just can't fix it yet. Which, do you know what I mean? If Joe's outperforming them by 10 places, then somebody's got an issue somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, but we don't get the coverage.
Did he out
why.
qualifying by 10 paces? Let's get the qualifying results up. Can you get the qualifying up? And let's see. We can see, it's quite handy to see who went backwards. K-Mag, the Hasses didn't have a good time. Yeah, so who were we talking about? K-Mag and that? We were talking about, they seem one of those.
No, we're talking about Bottas and Joe.
Yeah.
So they, Bottas qualified in 16th with a time of 1:13 and 1:13.9. Yeah. And Joe was 1:13.5. So he was 0.4 seconds behind. You know, but that's only 4 places, 13th to 16th, 3 places.
Such fine margins
behind him.
So. Such fine
yeah,
margins.
Yeah.
If you looked at that top 10, it would spread out, you know, by definitely under half a second when it was something stupid. It was ridiculously close. I can't give you that information. You can, like the top 10.
There was 0.6 of a second between the top 10 and on the grid.
I mean, that's ridiculous. What always gets me is how do they know they're on a good lap with that fine a margin? You know, when they say like,
I think you feel it. You feel it.
Do you think
they can feel it if they've nailed every single corner? Come on, you've done karting and stuff, haven't you?
A little
you know
bit.
When you
I'm no good. I'm no good.
No, but you know when you put in a good lap, you know it feels like you haven't swung out. You haven't. You know you've nailed every apex.
Been tidy.
Done it all.
It's been tidy and
yeah.
I don't know. It's such a fine. I mean, it's like that, isn't it? It's like I don't play the games. Do you play it online and stuff like that? You play it on the X.
I play the digital version.
Play box
play
or
Xbox. Yeah, play on the Xbox.
Xbox.
Even there, you can tell if you're doing a good lap or not.
I'm crap with computer games. I was just playing a friend on pool, and I'm just awful. Maybe I'll get an Xbox. Is it what Xbox you got?
The Xbox One or the XS one, the digital one. It's got a disc drive and digital games, so it's your kind of best of both worlds.
I might have to purchase one of those. I don't know. Get into it.
Steering wheel as well.
Have you got the steering wheel?
Yeah.
And the seat? Where'd you put the steering wheel then? How'd you do it?
I put it on a little table that wobbles around like Billy. I need to get a better setup for it.
You have to take a photo of your setup when you're playing it, and then I'll get the same.
It's crap, mate. It's crap.
I've been watching quite a few people online playing some of the older games. It's always quite funny because the older games are rubbish. But yeah, there's a couple of them.
I like the games. I quite like playing a bit of Call of Duty or Lara Croft, or I was playing Fallen Jedi the other night.
I've got an Xbox. I've got an Xbox original down there, an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 2. Anyway, this is the F1 show gaming.
Yeah, this is all
podcast.
about Formula 1, this podcast.
yeah, it's all about it. Well, where did we get to? Haas. When did they qualify?
Drop us a comment.
Yeah, lovely comments. We get lovely comments. Yeah.
Have we had any more since last week?
No, but I put up a little. I can't work out how to do it. I put up a little poll to ask if we should ditch the music. I think I'm the only one that's voted on it.
Where did you put that?
On YouTube. I don't even know
where did you do that?
Oh, did you? Yeah, it should come up in people's YouTube feed.
I didn't see it.
I know. I don't even understand how it works. And I can't even find where the results are. I'm such a boomer. Right, okay. Haas, where did they qualify? Where did Haas? I'm the only one that voted, so I've won the vote. Haas, where did they qualify? Where did they qualify?
Right
where did they qualify?
Nico Hulkenberg was 7th.
Yeah.
And there was 10 places to K-Mag. K-Mag was down to 17th. But
K-Mag's not having a good time against
K-Mag
Nico. Is he? K-Mag's not having a good time.
Suck my balls. There was 0.8 or 9 of a second between them. 0.8 of a second-ish.
That's a bit of a gulf.
113.2 for Nico. Yeah.
Is K-Mag the new Nikita Mazepin?
114.04. No, I think that's the first one that he's been outperformed by Nico.
Yeah.
But
again, no.
On the Sunday.
Go on, have that yawn. Get that yawn out.
On the Sunday, they were 18th for K-Mag and 15th for Hulk. So they weren't that far apart actually on race pace. It was just qualifying. But Nico Hulkenberg was up in second at some points. And there was other cars out on the track. Let's not be silly about this. There was people.
In qualifying, I saw the qualifying. Yeah.
In quali, he was up in second, so he was nailing it in quali.
Yeah, Nick de Vries, what do we think? Is he still not really cutting it? Where does his team at? AlphaTauri?
Yeah.
He's still not.
He finished. He qualified. Where are we?
How far behind?
Qualified 14th,
and finished the race in 14th. He finished the race 14th.
Yuki was 15th. He was nearly half a second ahead of Yuki in quali.
Wow. Oh, he's ahead of Yuki
in qualifying. Yeah.
You said Yuki. Where did Yuki qualify?
Yuki Tsunoda was qualified in 15th. With a time of 1:14.47, 4:77, and Nick de Vries was 1:14.08.
Oh, so he beat him in qualifying. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, by almost half a second. Yeah,
I'd still think he's on a wobbly peg, but I think he is still in that place. He's got a.
But
Tsunoda's just so strong in the race. Tsunoda, when can that boy get a break?
Yeah. What
happened to him? There was a big.
It's understandable why he gets frustrated.
What happened to him?
But Yuki beat him in the race. Yuki was 12th in the race, and Nick was 14th.
There's a lot of bad decisions going on.
Is that the car again?
It must be.
With Yuki?
Yuki had a terrible race, a bad luck. There was something that happened in the race. What happened? Was there a penalty or something? I'm not sure. Was it that overtake? Was there an overtake?
Yeah, there was actually.
It was an overtake that looked fine.
Apparently, no. He was battling with Joe, and they were coming around. I think was it the first corner, and Joe bailed way too early onto the runoff.
Yeah, he gave him room,
and it was viewed that he didn't. Yeah, it was viewed by the stewards that he didn't give him enough room, so he got a 5 seconds penalty for it.
That was not fair. He had loads of room. He just wasn't. Yeah, at some point
there was a good between it.
Yeah, Leclerc, and it's terrible that we've gone through all those people. These are the also rans basically, and then we get to our first one, Leclerc. That's bad that he's there.
What way are you going up these? What list are you reading from? The finishing order.
Finishing order. So I've gone from Yuki now from 12th to 11th.
Well, you've skipped Piastri.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Piastri's doing a good job, actually, isn't he?
He did all right, you know?
He did all right. Nando
And
had a terrible race.
Oh, I felt so bad for Lando. Not even a minute into the race. That was so unfortunate. Because he was expecting Hamilton to go for the gap. And Hamilton didn't. Hamilton slowed down and Lando just drove into the back of him.
Yeah, it's a racing incident.
It was plate off. Yeah, it was. I mean, there's not. But it was an unusual move. You wouldn't have put money on Hamilton doing that.
But again, not Hamilton's fault entirely. Like, you know, no. So Gasly, the Alpines. Alpine's okay. Not where they want to finish now, though.
Now we're on to the Ferrari. Stop jumping about. We're on to Ferrari now. Leclerc had an absolute stinker.
Do you think Leclerc now has had enough?
Qualifying 19.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, had a stinker qualifying.
What?
Absolute qualifying. But do you think he's had enough?
Yeah.
A Ferrari. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we'll come to this a bit later as well, but there's a lot of, this is the time of they're in discussions. You know, they're talking about contracts, talking about futures, you know, quite publicly. Hamilton is in the news talking about discussions. George Russell's signed up. This is when the teams are talking about it. He's going to be raging. He's got to be.
What I noticed in the interview afterwards, he's not even like raging anymore. He's just like.
He's just resigned. He's
just almost like, this is our car. This is our car. So that was Leclerc. Gasly, they're not quite where they want to be, though. I think they're a good 5 places behind where they want to be, Alpine, today, this race, aren't they?
The Alpines, yeah.
Yeah, especially after the last race.
They're kind of running hot and cold. Yeah, they're running hot and cold. They need to get a bit more consistent.
Yeah, a little bit more consistent. Zhou Guanyu, not a bad race. Not a bad race for Zhou Guanyu.
Yeah.
In between that Alpine sandwich there. Alonso, not where he wanted to be. That's a bad race.
Not a good race.
Well, considering the season they've got, that is a bad race for Fernando. He's probably still happy though, isn't he?
What do you think of him? What do you think of him not taking on Lance?
What you think they're going to do?
Is that him saving Lance's job?
Well, there was a lot of. Was this? Yeah, I think so. Saying he wasn't going to challenge.
There was a lot of pressure on Lance Stroll.
Saying he wasn't going to. I think the pressure's getting to him, isn't it? It's getting to him. He's making a few mistakes.
What, to Stroll?
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, I think he is. You know, we've spoken about this extensively for since we started the podcast.
Yeah.
About we don't think that Stroll's good enough to be in the team, any team.
I wouldn't say any team, but I'd say that a team that strong. It's almost like Stroll needs a couple more years. You don't think?
He needs Daddy not to hold him the team. He's got no motivation. He's standing there going, "Yeah, what are you going to do?"
Oh no, I think the opposite.
Sixth.
I think the problem is it's getting to him that people are saying that he's only in the team because of Daddy.
Do you think he cares?
Yeah, I would, because you want to win.
Oh, yeah, you would.
No, I'm being serious.
Do you think he does?
I'm being serious. Yeah. You don't.
I'm not saying you're not, but I don't think he's the kind of person that would care what other people think.
This is one of those arguments again, right? That you hear this a lot, and you hear this in football or something like that, where people say the England team are playing and they don't win, and people say, "Oh yeah, but they don't take it seriously because it's England, it's not their day job or whatever." I don't think people go into this wanting or not caring. I don't think that. Do you think he wants to be in 6th, knowing he's got a car that's capable of 3rd or 2nd? No, that's not the way people are built. And, you know, I say this like in relation to that football analogy, because do you think those 11 players on the pitch don't care that they're losing? If you're playing on the pitch at the top of his game, and Lance Stroll, I don't know his pedigree, but I'm pretty sure he's gone through the formulas at least. He wants, and he's in Formula One. He's in Formula One. He does care. To say he doesn't care, and it's his dad's team. That's double pressure, isn't it? Don't let me down, son. You know, I know what you're saying. It's like I can't get fired.
When you watch him in an interview, he doesn't care.
Do you think that's what he's giving off?
Bothered. Yeah, I think that's the vibe I'm getting from him.
Or maybe just he's like that way in the interview, trying to keep it on the back burner.
No,
I don't think. I know what you're saying. It's like paid drivers and stuff like, or whatever. But I do think these people do care. That's the word I'm gonna nail to the mast on. I do think. Do you think he goes home and thinks, that's all right? No, mate. He's in the top of his game. He's racing Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton. People want to be the best. You don't get to Formula One.
He meets with Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, but it's interesting you say.
With Fernando Alonso. Do you think
it's in the? I do agree with you. I think Alonso could have overtaken him, but chose the team.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But let everybody know. Which is interesting, as in itself. If he didn't say anything,
just staying within DRS range. I'm staying within DRS range to protect him from everybody else. Yeah, well done, Fernando.
Yeah. You just let everybody know that you could have taken it, but
I'm here.
Oh, 100% not going to attack him. But that's literally saying I could if I wanted to, which was interesting. Carlos Sainz, bit of a bad start, really, wasn't it? Bad start. Yeah, mistake at the start, but again, he's in a Ferrari.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a mistake at the start. I feel sorry for him. He did well over the weekend. He tried his hardest to keep it in there. I think he's shown what the car can do.
I think he's the only one showing any heart in that team at the moment. I think Leclerc has lost heart in it now. And I think Sainz is the one that's still hungry. I think Leclerc's lost a little bit of hunger, but Sainz has still got it. And it was his home Grand Prix. His home Grand Prix. He wanted to lead it for at least one lap, didn't he? You could see. But again...
Is Carlos Ferrari's #1 driver now?
Well, that's an interesting one. I think if there's some kind of contract negotiation, he stays and Leclerc's out, then yeah. If you know,
who did get in though? Who did get in? Norris.
Yeah,
because that McLaren's a pig, right? If you put Norris into Ferrari, and the Ferrari could be top of the game next season. You know, it's a gamble worth taking. If they're going to take some, if there's going to be a seat available,
got to be way better gamble than staying in McLaren. I mean, especially you can see what's coming down the road when you're in a team, can't you? What development, and I think
yeah. And McLaren, you know, let's not forget, Lando was in third on the grid, right? With the improvements that they've made, right, and the developments that are coming,
behind a Ferrari.
Do you think that was just a one-off quality, or you know, the curve is definitely on the way up for McLaren. Ferrari's the other way.
I honestly don't think the curve's on the way up from McLaren. I think there's one-offs in qualifying.
Really?
And okay. Well, he was third on the grid, and where did he end up? But where did Piastri end up? How far behind the Ferraris were they? I don't think their curve's on the way up yet. I think it's too soon. 1/3 place in the quality is not good enough.
0.06 behind. He was 0.06 behind Carlos, and Piastri was 1:13.68. So he was almost a second behind Lando. Piastri was.
Yeah. So Perez, what do we reckon about Perez?
Now, there's been a lot of press this week about. Well, I think he had a reasonable. He ended it well. He had a shocking Saturday,
Should we just say the boys' title's over? The title's over, isn't it?
Yeah, and I thought it was brutally supportive, if that's a thing, of Christian Horner to say that the title's over now. Checo can relax and put in good performances.
Oh, who said that? Horner said that too. The title race is over.
Yeah.
So that's like saying now you're not challenging. So Horner said that. I missed that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's literally for him. Still, for me, what did Perez start as? Where did he start?
11th, I think. Yeah, he was 11th when he started.
Verstappen would have won the race,
and he finished in fourth.
Verstappen would have won the race, though, wouldn't he? Let's be honest.
Oh, every time. I mean,
every time.
23 seconds up the road, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Verstappen would have won the race, finished starting at 11.
24.
I think disappointing.
There's pundits still saying that they don't think Checo will see the season out with Red Bull.
Well, I'd have to agree. If he has another couple of shockers, I think he's just not. Yeah, the wheels literally for a silly pun, but the wheels are falling off, aren't they? For the whole thing for him. No, you don't think so?
As much as it chokes me to say this, is it just because Max is so good?
I don't know. It's almost like
Lewis.
Do you think Red Bull will take a punt on one race with someone? They do that. Well, they switch drivers in teams. Drop Perez for a race. Stick Ricardo in this. Here he goes. Hey, that would be good to see. I don't know. I feel bad for the guy because it feels like it's the end of his road. The end of the road now.
It's
unless he becomes a legacy driver.
Right? You know this better than me, right? Did Schumacher when Schumacher's teammates, right, were driving the same machinery as Schumacher?
Right.
Were they always in the fight with him? Were they always second? Were they, or was he miles ahead because he was such a good driver?
Okay. That's interesting because now I'm trying to think.
And Hamilton, right? When Hamilton was, we know what happened with Rosberg, right? But when he had other teammates, Bottas was second and had off days and whatever, right? In the same machinery.
Yeah.
That's what Perez is doing. Perez isn't doing any worse. It'd be interesting to see Verstappen and Perez being compared to Bottas and Hamilton, and seeing how Hamilton, as Hamilton was winning all those races, how was Bottas doing with equal machinery? How was Schumacher's teammates doing with equal machinery? Are they just champion mentality and they're just raking it because they're champions?
I think with Bottas,
everyone else is because you're just having off days.
I think with Bottas, after the Hamilton thing, I think after the Rosberg thing. Sorry, I think all right. I've had one glass of wine. Easy time. I think Bottas after the Rosberg thing, I think there might have been a clause in the contract because Rosberg quit, didn't he? Right, and I think there might have been a bit of a clause. He might drop. Yeah, that's how you do it. I think there might have been a clause in the contract for a new driver. You got to keep that glass in front of your face the whole time. There you go. You froze with that glass right in your face. You're back. I think with
some might say that's an improvement.
Hey,
on the radio, that.
I think I'm going to finish this sentence. I think with Hamilton after the Rosberg thing, there was a clause in Bottas's contract that he was a number 2. I'm pretty sure that's.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. After the stress.
Valtteri, it's James.
Yeah. The Schumacher thing, Yeah, I do think they were always number 2 drivers. Although Eddie Irvine was a little bit spicy sometimes, and there was a chance Eddie Irvine could have won a championship being Schumacher's teammate. I think it was a little bit closer back then. It was a little bit more like the Red Bull partnership with Vettel and Webber, where
Right.
back then. But it was Schumacher was number 1. Yeah. That what were we talking
So
about?
then that means that when you look at it like that, then does that mean that Perez isn't actually doing that bad? It's just that the standards within the team are so high because of.
I think he's having a terrible couple of races, and I think if he has a terrible couple more
I think
races,
you're allowed to do that. He's got to snap out of it quick though.
yeah, quick. You can have a bad race or two, two bad weekends on the trot. I mean, Monaco,
But
was
he
an absolute
fourth.
shit show for him.
He finished 4th on the Sunday.
Yeah,
That was that's a crappy Saturday and a good finish on the Sunday.
It's a good finish on a Sunday for a Ferrari or a Mercedes, isn't it? And you frozen. Are you still there, mate? Come on, snap out of it. Right. Podcast list. Hey, we're back again, guys. We're sorry about this terrible Wi-Fi connection that Brendan's got. Not on my end. Mine's perfectly fine.
For those that don't have visual, I was doing some international sign language there.
International sign language. The international sign language for I'm not pleased.
Go
okay.
away and fornicate.
Yes, go away and sit on this. So why don't we now, after that brief break, we haven't had a Murray for ages, but we can't do that now. Let's have a brief break. Not a brief break. That was a brief break. God, 1.5 glasses of wine and I'm all over the show. Let's go now to good race. But we don't know. Oh my God. Pit talk. What we got? We didn't even get to the boys. And what I want to talk about is that incident between Russell and Hamilton in qualifying. Now, I want to have my own personal take on it.
Go on, then.
None of it was those drivers' fault. Pretty easy, isn't it, really? Pretty easy take. I don't think any of it was those drivers' fault. I think the team had a responsibility to tell the drivers what was going on the track. And if you watch the video, when Russell moves slightly to the left, he obscures the view of Sainz for Hamilton. There you go. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. It's such old news that doesn't mean anything. But I think Hamilton just could not see Sainz. And
I wouldn't say it was old news. There's calls for Richard Bradley, who's a British racing driver, has called for Russell to be sacked, which I think is a bit.
Really? He asked for Russell to be sacked? Who is this person that asked Russell to be sacked?
Oh, Ralph Schumacher.
Wow, Ralph Schumacher.
Yeah, he said that Russell wasn't being a proper teammate, so he should get booted for that.
For that one incident, Ralph Schumacher. Wow, I'm stunned that it was Ralph Schumacher. Go on.
Multiple race participant. I think that's a polite way of describing him. Did he ever win it?
Also ran. He's an also ran, isn't he? I can't believe Ralph Schumacher would say that. Actually, that's ridiculous, isn't it? It was just an oversight by the team, and Hamilton couldn't see. That was it.
He's got pundititis, hasn't he?
I do think so. I think they just get swept up by it all. The media. Yeah. I mean, even this week, every clickbait headline. One with Norris going to Red Bull. You click on it and it's, oh yeah, he's just going on a jet ski that says Red Bull on it, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It is, and you got to be careful what you read. That's why quality podcasts like ours,
Like ours, and I see, just in that brief moment while we were talking about it, you've arrived at the pits.
yeah, you noticed that, yeah.
Yeah,
I like to work on the move, mate. You know.
Yeah, you are just a quick change, nothing to do with a connection problem whatsoever.
Nothing to do.
Have we
with
got any more news? We need some more news here.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
There's a new pit building. You can just see there.
I can see that. There's a little forklift. Have you got a license for that forklift? I've always fancied.
I do actually. Now you mention it.
Are they easy to obtain?
What forklift license is a 2-day course, I would say, from a Lola approved instruction facility, obviously, please, in the UK.
Is it any different to just driving an electric? Is there a wheel thing?
It depends what you're driving.
We'll go on the Tinterweb and we'll find forklift races. I'll tell you what else is exciting. I've just got my wheel from my guys. Anybody listening out there, I'm gonna have a go at racing online on the Xbox One.
Well, can I just make a suggestion?
Go on.
Back up. Just try racing the game first. Play the game first.
Yeah.
Then go online with it. Because
I thought it would be funny if we were just dreadful.
Yeah, well, you know, we all know your dalliances into Grinder and all that kind of stuff. And you're made of stern stuff.
I'll get inundated. I will get
that kind of rejection, Marty.
I will get inundated. Stop that, Grinder. Oh dear. Nice glass of Rioja today, Spanish.
Oh yeah, I'm on an Italian white.
All right. So the next race, where is it? Just to have interest. Let's just get. There's a little bit more news here. I just caught this one. I was just reading it while we had connection problems. George Russell says 3 drivers cannot be trusted in online. See, I've had one sip of this wine. George Russell says 3 drivers cannot be trusted in on-track battles. Who do you reckon they are? You've gone. I cannot believe it.
No, I'm still here.
Please, you've got to keep moving and blinking. Okay. Who do you reckon those 3 drivers are that cannot be trusted?
I would say on the current grid, I would say can't be trusted. Who's George going to be?
I don't even know yet myself.
Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll.
Yeah, you reckon?
UK.
Wow, yeah.
Valtteri
Bottas.
Yeah. Well, him and George get history, haven't they?
Have they? Oh yeah. He's not going to let Valtteri off that. That was totally Russell's fault.
Yeah.
I've not read the article. I'm just going to read out the article word for word. So George has said there are 3 drivers on the grid. Russell is not one to be unafraid of contact, and his most notable coming together in 2023 was with the reigning world champion Max Verstappen during the Azerbaijan sprint race. The Dutchman was heard calling Russell a D** head. What do you reckon that stands for?
Dickhead.
Yes. As the 2 argued with him, he sent Valtteri Bottas flying into the wall during a wet 2021 Emilia Grand Prix at a time when he was gunning for the Finns Mercedes C. That was totally Russell's fault, that one. But overall, Russell feels he has a good relationship with the majority of the drivers on grid, suggesting he trusts them in a battle. I think we're blah, 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 blah. I first raced Max and Charles Leclerc and Esteban Ocon actually in 2011. I actually raced against those guys before I raced against Alex Albon or Lando Norris, which is a bit interesting considering the nationality difference. All right, if you say it's interesting, George, that's fine. That was the case for all but 3 drivers who Russell refused to name. See, again, refused to name. This is what happens when you go on clickbait, isn't it?
Well, stop doing it then. Our listeners, our myriad of listeners from around the globe.
Can you just say myriad again?
Myriad. They rely on the top quality content that we provide. They don't want to hear these clickbait articles. We're here to filter all that crap out for.
We are, aren't we?
Let's just go to predictions.
Yeah, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Sorry, people. We have lots to talk about, but not enough time. I haven't really talked about my did we mention that? I think we've mentioned it 4 times now. The fact that I'm going to
let's see how we get on with the predictions. Get the important stuff done. If the internet stabilizes, then we can do that.
Okay.
I'm ready to riot it. Riot it.
Right. You still with me, mate?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Can you see me? Right, okay, there you are in my little corner there. I'm going to move over
Hello.
here. Okay, let's add up. Have you got the race results for Spain?
Yes, we do.
Okay. It's really taking the wind out of our sails, this blooming connection.
I know, mate. I'm sorry.
That's not your fault, mate. I know what they're like, those. Right, okay, here we go. Let's move this thing. I don't know how to move it over there. Okay, let's move you out of the way as well. Let's move this. They can see everything. They can see everything. Right, okay. Who won the race?
Oh, just for a change, it was Max Verstappen.
2 points for you, buddy. Who comes second?
Russell.
Okay, so Alonso, where did he come? Sorry, we're doing this all wrong. Alonso, where did he come?
Alonso was 7th.
So that's a point for you. Perez, a point for you. Sainz.
Hang on, sorry, I lost it again there for a minute. Sainz was 5th. Ooh.
That's a point for you. The boys, a point each.
Hamilton and Russell were 2nd and 3rd, yeah.
Ocon, did he make it into that top 10
Ocon
this
was
time?
8th.
Point, bloody hell, that's a big old point there for you.
Yeah.
Stroll
was 6th.
Blimey, you're going to crush me this season. Gasly
was 10th.
Oh my God. Norris. Nada.
Norris was way down.
Wow, look at that. You nearly got a point for nearly everybody in that top 10. Okay, what was the fastest lap, sir?
Fastest lap was 1 minute 60. My time was way off.
Yeah, I was a bit suspect about it. But what was it, 1 minute 16?
1:16.3.
Yeah, I was way off as well. Who got that?
You get the point for that. It was Verstappen that got the fastest lap.
Okay, nothing there. And we both got pole.
Yeah.
Look at us rushing because of this goddamn connection.
Yeah.
Okay,
Verstappen.
Alonso, I get a point. I put that point there. Perez, I get a point. Verstappen, I get a point.
Yeah.
Sainz, I get a point.
Sainz was 5th. Hang on. What did you put? Sainz 4th. All right. Okay.
I'm picking my nose live on the podcast. I'm so sorry. Do you know what it is? I've just started cooking curry chicken, and now I put it up my nose, and now
nice.
Oh no, it's not nice, mate. It's burning my nose now.
That's not how I would cook curry chicken, mate.
Yeah. You're not going to get the best out of it. I've read some recipes in my time, but sticking a curry chicken up your nose is not the one. Russell, I get a point. Gasly, I get a point. I get a point for Ocon. I'm not done bad here. Leclerc?
Leclerc was 11th.
Oh, Sonoda, 11th, 12th?
12th for a change.
12th, well, that's because Leclerc was there. What's he doing there? Right, let's add up the disappointing point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm on 61. Nah. And you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 69. I'm not going to say anything about that number.
Look at that.
There we go. There's the predictions. Where's the next race, sir? Canada.
The next race is in the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve.
I do like this race. I like it more when it rains, but you all know why I like it more when it rains, because of the 2011 Grand Prix there.
All right. I think you should expand on that.
The 2011 Grand Prix where Jensen Button. I'm trying to close this down. It won't close. Close.
Right.
Oh, let's stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Yeah, that's a good
Too
idea.
much sharing.
So the track, the first Grand Prix was in 1978. There will be 70 laps this weekend coming. The circuit length is 4.361 kilometers, and the race distance will be 305.27 kilometers. The lap record, are we going to guess?
Is I'm still trying to stop sharing. There's the
There we go.
1 minute. Oh no, I can't guess
1
it.
minute.
Who's got the lap record there?
It was in 2019.
I can't remember that. 1 minute 23.
10 seconds out. 1 minute 13.
It's a big old track. Why did I do that? I know it's a big old track. I can't wait to race it on my Xbox One that's on its way right now. Let's get right. We've got to do our predictions then. Let's get these predictions out of the way before you freeze. Valtteri Bottas, fastest lap.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm hoping that the internet problem has been resolved for the minute due to the other consumer within the household being given a stern telling off. And
it's not that. Come on, let's be nice. He says, try to open a document. Where is it?
Yeah.
My computer's going slow now. Jesus.
It's. I was racing it the other night. Actually, I was my fastest lap record. Fastest lap in free practice was 1 minute 20, and then during the race I got down to 1:18.
What difficulty level was that, mate? Just out of interest.
That was on idiot level. That was with driver assist.
Should we call it? Should
with the AI down at level 5 out of a possible 40, I think it was.
That was called Mazepin level, people.
No, tell you, I raced. You'd have been proud of me. I went to Spa, and obviously 2021 it was raining in Spa, so I did the race there and started fourth. Ended up at the back of the grid. I did overtake Mazepin before the final 5. It was only 5 laps I did, but I overtook Mazepin anyway.
Oh wow! As long as you beat Mazepin.
I was diving thinking,
on easy level, on Mazepin level.
Way to be proud.
You beat Mazepin on his own level. And what was my points again? 61, was it?
Yeah, 61, yeah.
Okay, just making sure that I'm getting that in there while my nose is totally on fire, people.
That's nice to know.
So the track Charles Villeneuve there, the legend that is Charles Villeneuve. Did you ever watch that Gilles Villeneuve? Did you ever watch that documentary?
No.
Oh, very touching, very sad, very good, but yeah, Villeneuve and Peroni, sort of.
All right.
It was about them two, and yeah, it was very sad, very poignant, very good documentary on Sky One. I don't know if you could. Can you go back on Sky and watch those kind of things, or is it?
Don't know.
There's no. Oh wow.
Don't know.
That's great. Okay.
No, what there was interesting this week, just a little bit of late news, was Jeremy Clarkson made a bet that if Alpine, who have their factory close to his farm in Oxfordshire, he said that if they got a podium, he would buy everybody at the factory a beer.
Okay.
And he made good on his promise this week after.
Not short of a bob or two, is he?
Well, he's got his own brewery as well. So it was a win-win situation because he managed to advertise his beer to a load of people. And I think it's quite nice when a big name makes a bold statement like that and then follows up on it. So good on him for that, I think.
Good on him. I've always liked old Jezza.
Yeah.
I
don't necessarily agree with. It's one of those things that, and it's perfectly all right, and you realise it's perfectly all right to disagree with someone but still like them.
Yeah. Do you ever watch that Clarkson Farm and that?
Yeah, I do.
It's good fun. And you can see that everybody's against him. He's trying to help the community.
Yeah, he is, but he's got a bull in a china shop attitude of doing it.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah, I do as well. I have a family friend who's in the publishing industry, let's just say, and they deal with the publicity for him and that farm, and said he's a nightmare to deal with.
Really, just he wants things done yesterday.
Well, no, they're always just worried about what he's going to say on live TV.
But doesn't that give people an edge? I mean,
It does. But it makes it hard to get them booked in this day and age, which is a shame.
It's a shame that we are living in this day and age.
Yeah.
That it's like that.
Yeah.
I think 2004, that was the year that things just started going wrong. If you watch any comedy program or any TV programs from 2004 or before, everything was fine. You could say what you like. You could joke about people. But something happened since 2004. I blame my daughter. She was born then, so that's her fault. It's all her fault.
Yeah, that's punchy.
Yeah. So, what was the fastest lap against her? Sorry, 1 minute.
1:13.
Why does it always do that? When I do that, I want to just click in there, click in that box, click in that box. Right. So, oh wow. So technical issues on this quality podcast has been just absolutely astonishing. Right. So, let's get this done, and let's see how long it takes before what do you mean time running out? Are you joking me? Sorry, podcast. This is Zoom. It's decided to tell us that time's running out. We've hardly done anything. I'm just waiting for you to just pretend to freeze, just to mess with my head. Yeah, nice try. Right. Let's see. What's your fastest lap time, please, sir? 1 minute. I'm going to guess 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. Are you going to put the screen thing back up?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's all over the place.
Yeah, we are. The module we messed with, mate. We need a bit of a reset.
We need something.
Yeah, I'm a bit like Sergio Perez at the moment.
Sergio Perez, he's out of it, mate. The guy's out of it. It's over. The championship is over.
He's going to finish in a Red Bull car season, or is Danny Rick going to get a season?
I think he's got one more bad performance. He's on shaky peg again.
I think now that Mercedes have upped their game, I think Lance Stroll's on a shaky peg because they know they can get second in the constructors if Alonso keeps putting in solid results, and if they get a better driver in that number 2
or vocally says, I'm letting Stroll.
Yeah,
he's not there on merit.
Yeah, I'm letting him stay in front of me. But yes, anyway, let's get back to the job in hand. I think let's say Charles.
Let's get the lap time.
Lap times 1:12.543.
Didn't you say the lap was 1 minute 30 something?
13.
Oh, God,
1 minute 13.
What's going on with me tonight? Okay, keep moving, mate. Keep moving because I keep thinking. So 1:12.
Listening at this point, anyway.
No one has ever listened at this point. They're not interested in how we are going to dominate the streaming world with our very poor racings. Coming soon, people.
Lando Norris.
We're revealing it here
for you.
We're revealing it here. We're going to race and we're going to stream it straight onto our YouTube channel for all one of our listeners. Okay, 1 minute
12.576.
576. If you thought that out, who's going to get the fastest lap?
I think
Ralph Schumacher.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to type Max because that's quicker. We're in trouble with time. We're in trouble with everything. Pole.
Oh yeah, Max for pole. Sorry. I reckon for fastest lap, I reckon Sergio's going to get that.
No, I don't reckon so. I reckon he's too busy worrying about his contract. And all right, let's do it. Who's going to win this race? Yeah, okay. Who's second? Really? You think he's going to get back? I don't know.
George.
Carlos. Yeah, Carlos is the number 1 now in that team. Well, not
Lewis.
officially. Lewis.
Oh no, Alonso.
Oh yeah.
Keep forgetting that Aston are good now. Then Lewis. Then Charles.
Charles Leclerc. Where is it? Where is the little man there? Made him little there. Just under the. Look at the size of Mr. Hamilton there. Okay.
Then Esteban Ocon.
You think so? I think those teams like they almost like one race McLaren are up there, and then the next race Alpine. Yeah.
Stroll, and let's put Lando in there because I think McLaren are coming on to a game.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope so because they're a legacy team, aren't they? Okay, for pole.
So are Sauber and so are...
Yeah, they always did. Minardi were a legacy team, weren't they? Yeah. Max, I'm going to go for pole. Fastest lap, I'm going to go Hamilton. Hamilton, have I spelled that right? It's been so long. Just check Hamilton, yeah. Lap time, 1 minute. What was the fastest lap again?
1:13.078.
What's the weather looking like there? Come on, let's do it. Google the weather.
All right.
Nice Rioja.
You keep going with your predictions, by the way, because the weather.
I know. I'm not gonna.
Come on. I didn't have this information, so I'm not giving you it until you've done the.
The lap time?
Until you've done the predictions.
Well, no, I want to know what the prediction. I want to know. I think it might be a wet race. That's all I'm saying. Jeez, you're just getting sour grapes there, aren't you, mate? Because like you've made your lap.
A lovely Italian.
Okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going for Hamilton for his first win. Okay, I'm going for it. Yeah, because I think maybe they did really well on that track, and that's a good sign. I'm going to go Hamilton, and then I'm going to go. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, this is the master copy, isn't it? Verstappen. Back to old school 2021 kind of result here. Okay, and then I'm going to go Sainz. I think he's on. I think really he's doing quite well in what is an underperforming Ferrari.
And unpredictable if you listen to the interviews with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
the problem.
They change tyres and the front end goes wobbly and the back end goes wobbly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Alonso. I think I'm onto one here. And then where's Russ? Get Russ if he's not been sacked.
Okay.
If he's not been sacked. Perez, I do think Perez's star is falling. He's had two shockers, really. A couple of shockers, and I don't think he's going to make it back. I don't. Do you? I have to keep asking because
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think he will. I think he will. I hope he will. I think that's more hope than confidence, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So where's Leclerc? We got a Leclerc. Oh yeah, there's a little man there. I think he's another one. I think Leclerc's mojo's gone with the team. I'm going to put him in the same place. What else? Gasly. Do you want to go Gasly, or who else had a good one?
Those bottom three teams, or those bottom three spaces, 8, 9, 10, really difficult to predict at the moment.
They are.
Teams are all
I'm
over.
going to go Piastri. Piastri's been doing well.
Yeah.
The two-faced little monkey. Right, okay. Oh, whoa, what's going on there? Whoa. Let's not have that. That's stretching Piastri.
Whoa, sweet cheeks.
Whoa, sweet cheeks. Whoa, okay. You never know what you're going to say. I'll go Albon. Going to give a Catman
Albon? Hey, go on.
Meow. I haven't got the soundboard. Those were the days. I've got to get that back. 6 weeks time, 5 weeks time. It's all going back. We've got to change the way we do this podcast, the way we do it on the Zoom. I think maybe I'm going to look into something what other format we do it. Okay, and my lap time. How much of time have we got left?
Got 1 minute 20.
Are we going to come back on and just still continue for a bit or not?
Can if you want, and we can edit it back in somewhere else.
Yeah. 1 minute. Is it going to rain? Tell me. Have you got the weather on there?
Yes, I do. But I told you, once you finish your predictions, I'll tell you.
Okay, I'm going to go. You know I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to stick another 10 seconds on 1 minute 23.
Well, you've got to listen. I didn't have the weather info when I got my.
Is it going to rain? Is it going to rain?
It's a 30% chance of rain.
I'll go for a rain time then.
Yeah, I think it's going to be people. It's got all the hallmarks of a very exciting race. You know, the possibility of rain. You know, that's going to screw with the strategies. If it was going to be 100% dry, then it's one thing. But with the chance of rain, it's something different. Is that Murray? I hear.
That's a Murray. I think Murray's coming right now. Yeah, look up.
So easy to get it wrong.
Okay, those predictions done. But I'll piece it together tomorrow night.
Nice.
What should we talk about? So yeah, bit of interference there, but hey, why would I want to try and get any quality into this podcast? This absolute disaster of a podcast so far. So I've got the headset, mate. Look, I've got a headset here. It's got the little microphone.
I'll be using one of the kids' headsets.
Like that, right? So I'm obviously imagine it without this other headset.
Yeah.
I've got that. This is like live unboxing. The kids get right into that.
If you take the virtual background off, it will work better because then we'll see what you're doing.
No, you don't want to see the state of this place. Right, okay.
No.
I got 2021. 2021.
Yeah, that's the same one I've got.
Right, okay. We're all on it. We're all set for this. Have you raced against anybody online?
No.
Why not?
It's
You
hard-
scared?
It's hard enough getting around the bloody track on my own without anyone.
Boomers go racing. That's what I'm going to title it. Boomers go racing. Right, okay. So this is the wheel. Jesus.
Right, we can't really see it because of the virtual background. I'm not joking now.
You want me to turn the virtual background off? How do I do that? I haven't done that ever. How do I do that?
Go down to the video, and click where it says stop video. There's a little choice of arrows.
Yes, share screen.
Choose virtual background.
Oh, okay. Choose those.
And then just select none.
Choose virtual background. Choose video filter. Choose avatar. Video settings. FaceTime built in. Blur my background. It doesn't say
Where
none.
Has it got your picture?
Oh no. Oh, what's going on?
Virtual backgrounds or video filters.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it. Choose virtual background. Right, okay. And
no, it says choose video filters.
No, I've got it. Oh,
right, there you go. Right.
There you go. Podcast listens to State of My Flat. Looks quite cool actually. I've got a little guitar there. Bit of music. Yeah, it does. Right, okay, so this is what we got here. We just shut that window. Should we unbox it now? I think this is called the oh Christ, racing wheel on pedals. It's got it in French as well. But I'm not going to read that.
Is it a numbskull one? What is it?
It's got a skull on it. That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, similar to mine, yeah.
Okay. Let's unbox it now. And has yours got the paddle gears?
Yeah. Don't use them though. I can. It's like when you put it on idiot level.
Mazepin level.
Yeah, it changes the gears for you, but you can change. You can either do it auto or semi-auto.
Can I just confirm? There's no clutch.
No. There's no clutch on a Formula One car.
There used to be, didn't there?
Yeah.
When did there used to be?
There's only two pedals now.
Oh my God! Right, let's get this out. Jeez Louise. Right. Okay. Right. So there's no. I wonder when there was a clutch on the Formula One car. I wonder when that happened. Is it when they did the?
Let me find out.
Let's find out when they just gave up on clutches. So here's the pedals. There we go. Bog standard.
So they need to
Goey, stoppy. Or yeah, stop, go, stop, yeah, go,
you
stop.
plug into the steering wheel, and then you need to plug the steering wheel into your Xbox console and plug a controller into the steering wheel.
Do my headphones go into the steering wheel?
They go into the controller.
No, you can. The steering wheel?
Both.
Oh my god, I'm so out of touch. The last game I played was on the PlayStation 2. Not back in the day. I still play the PlayStation. I've got a PlayStation 2, an original Xbox, and an Xbox 360.
Right. So you know the shape of a Xbox controller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so on one side of that is an HDMI cable socket and a audio jack. And you put your head in there. And on the other side, there's a mini USB, which you plug in from there to the controller, to the steering wheel.
Okay. I bought a little table as well to suck it onto, what I've bought, because I'm going to do it on the floor. I've got like a beanbag, and in front of the telly, and I've bought a little like lap table that you would have if you were hospitalised.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, and I'm going to be on the floor with a beanbag, and I'm going to put the pedals right on the TV stand next to it, so that if I push forward, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that works. Actually, sounds quite cool.
And yeah, it does sound quite cool. I'll take a photo of it and I'll post it.
You do need some cables, so you know the little USB, the mini cable. No, that plugs into the front of the Xbox. Okay, so you need to have the Xbox close enough to put that in.
Yeah.
And then, so plugged into the steering wheel are going to be your pedals.
Yeah.
Right. And then your Xbox controller has to be plugged into your steering wheel as well.
So, hang on. Let me just check. Sorry, I was just checking we were recording. So my Xbox controller, you still have to use a controller then?
Yeah.
How? Why?
Well, I find it easier to navigate the menus using the Xbox controller, but you need the Xbox controller to talk to the... Yeah, but it needs to talk to the... that talks to the controller talks to your console.
What's the middle button do? Is it like a horn?
You can set them up, you can adjust them, you can set them to do whatever you want.
Beep, beep. So when you're racing, do you adjust like brake balance or anything?
Oh, it's honestly, mate, it is too overwhelming. Some of the kids out there do that. Mate, the guys in the cars do it. The worst that's going to happen with me is I fall off a chair, right?
So what you suggest is put it on Mazepin level.
Yeah.
The AI literally fall off the track as soon as the lights go red.
Yeah, but they don't.
Right. And then race around.
Right. Just do custom. Just do regular driver. Right.
Right.
And try one lap of a track you know well, and see how you get on.
I think I know Monaco well.
Donut in the car. You'll be donut in the car as soon as you look at it, mate.
Really?
Yeah. It's insane. Honestly, it changes your outlook on what these guys are doing.
Well, it always changes the outlook, and when I see them playing with their pushing all the buttons, it does that. Yeah. The concentration you have to that, I just baffles me.
And then Alonso's watching the telly as he goes.
And watching the telly.
Honestly, mate, it's yeah. I want to be online when you put it all together.
Oh, definitely. Well, you have to get a good internet.
Well, it's all right when the wife's not on a call.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? Yeah.
Told you.
What, so that'll be on my little table.
Yeah.
But the controller's what for? What's the controller for? I don't understand what the controller. I have the little mic.
Your controller talks to the Xbox.
I'll be like this.
Your steering wheel talks to the controller.
Oh, so the steering wheel's plugged into the controller?
Yeah.
And in the Xbox as well for the power.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of getting this. So I'll
Right,
be
so
like this.
the Xbox controller, you can play the game with just a controller, right? And you use the joysticks to drive around the track. Okay. So
And this,
the Xbox is expecting an input from the controller. So what that does is translate your driving movements to the controller movements. Does that make sense?
okay. And do your boys play this?
Not this; it's too hard for them.
And where does this plug in? Where does the headphones plug in?
There'll be the headphones plug into your controller, your Xbox controller.
I see. And I'll have a little microphone. And can me and you just race?
Yeah.
Play around, just me and you on the
check
track.
that the other day. What we'll do is I'll invite you once you've got a gamer tag. I'll invite you, friend you, and whatnot, and then we'll see if we can.
And then what we can do, we can have a go at each track before each race.
Yeah.
And we can see what these lazy Formula One drivers.
Trumped up little truck drivers.
I know, just little forklift truck drivers. I could do it. It's easy. Some of those esports. If you go online, mate, Verstappen's an esport champion as well, isn't he? I mean, he's not messing about. He knows.
Well, basically that's all the simulator is. You see some of the guys that do this, and there's a portal in the game to do the Formula One esports. And I think it's at Williams that have found a driver.
Yeah.
Through this.
Through
esports. Yeah.
They've made a movie a bit like it. There wasn't there a grid walk with someone famous who's made a movie about it or something? Was it on the grid walk last time?
I think the driver that they found is in there. Yeah, he's on there, but he's a test and development driver.
Does this go into the Xbox Direct?
No, the pedals go onto the steering wheel.
Oh, hang on.
This is going to be great radio.
This is good. Oh, there's a USB there. But
There's loads of
yeah, this pedal's got like a telephone cord.
Yeah, it'll plug in the back.
Where? Oh, for the love of Christ!
Why don't you read the instructions?
I'm not doing that. I throw out. I like the mystery of it. You know, when you get a box of chocolates, you throw out the map.
No.
Take a risk. There's a USB port, but this has.
They've sold you the right stuff. You just need to figure it out.
Oh, terrible language.
Yeah. You know this is recorded still.
Yep, that's great. It's all content.
All right.
I can't see where.
Am I going to go and have to get my my steering wheel and talk you through it?
I can't see where the
I'm going to get my steering wheel.
The telephone wire. Oh, okay. That man's not moved there, isn't he? Look at him looking at that tyre. It's a bit weird. Okay, podcast listeners. This is. I'm nearly 50. I think I can do this though. I mean, Fangio was racing till he was 100, wasn't he? Oh, hello, you're back. Right. Where on
on the rim, where the cable, the USB cable, comes out.
That's the front
the
here.
Rim. No, on the back. See where the cable is?
Yeah.
Look beside that.
Oh, for a split second, I thought there wasn't on there. I thought I'd been done. Bloody eBay.
There you go.
So you don't do the gears? Because when I'm watching it online, the guys are doing the clickety click.
Yeah, try. Let me watch.
So now what I'm thinking is, don't go Mazepin level. Don't go Mazepin level straight away. Just go and
learn how
slog it. Slog it out, right? With.
All right, good for you. This is your grinder mentality that you don't mind.
Why do you keep mentioning grinder?
Sorry,
Podcast
Tinder.
listeners, I'm not homosexual, okay? Although it's been so long.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's been so long, and we were having this discussion. I'm not even going to go. Why am I? What's going on there? Right, podcast listeners, this has been the worst. We never promised you a rose garden, was it? Is that the song? I
I
don't know how I'm going to piece together this podcast at all. The intros, any of it.
The ratings, then.
But I'm going to try and piece together a podcast out of the fragments of poor quality connection. As you know, the man in the pits has literally tied his wife up and his kids and locked them in a room so they don't use the internet. The problem is the man in the pits lives in the middle of nowhere and his connection's terrible. And hopefully them the facts. Hopefully he'll get it sorted for future, because I don't know how we're going to race if the connection's that bad. But
well, we'll do it when hopefully after this month. Then busy period will be done. So
yeah. So this has been the long week and a half long version of the F1 podcast, F1 Show podcast. I've been the host for Nice Wayne. It's been the man in the pits when it is. And coming soon, this is an exclusive. So the one person listening, we're going to go online. And guys, anybody out there who plays these games online, you're welcome. We will post in how we can connect. We can all race. You can teach me. Teach an old man. An old dog. New tricks. That's it. I've had half a bottle of Rioja. Okay, so that's been the F1 Show podcast. I've been the host of Nice Wayne, and this has been the man in the pits with the tits and the various shirts. We will see you next week. Bye!
Wonderful, thank you.